Alright everybody, basically welcome to the Groove Logic Studios. This is what I use for DJing. You're going to see this in all of my in-studio sessions. My out-of-studio stuff, I really just take along either the iPad and the PT01, which I actually have a separate one that I use for when I go out and about. But this whole setup here is really not expensive. This is 130 bucks. Right here. This is really all you need to go out and scratch, plug your phone into it for some beats, and then you're off and running. You just need a 7-inch record to go along with it. They even make 7-inch Serato records to go along with it. This little guy right here is the Traktor Kontrol Z1, and it is plugged into the iPad. This is a mixer controller for Traktor DJ on the iPad, and it's also an audio interface. It has channels 1 and 2, channels 3 and 4 coming out of here. So in other applications, it just basically is being used as an audio interface. I have the main goes into channel 2 here on the mixer, and I usually keep it up when I'm playing. And then channel 1 is the turntable. Channel 3 is actually running from the cue here. So this runs to channel 3. I keep the volume turned down, but I keep the cue activated. So that if I'm using Traktor DJ over here, so I'll have 2 decks on Traktor DJ on the iPad, and I can switch back and forth between my cues. And I can also listen to the cue on here because it's all being controlled through the mixer. So that's how I ran that. But this little unit in the iPad can run all on its own. All I need is just a set of headphones and some speakers to go out. It runs, it's actually a 12 volt. It's got a 12 volt adapter. So, which is I'm going to have, once I get everything ordered and set up, I'm going to do a video on running this off of a battery power bank with the correct adapters. So I can be completely off the grid with this unit, with the iPad, and with this guy. So that's essentially kind of what you have going on. I have used this little rig with the iPad in many clubs. I've been able to show up, because we all have been there. If you have played in clubs and events and that kind of thing, you know house gear sucks. It is what it is. I do not trust house gear. There's always something broken. I've shown up at clubs, the crossfader doesn't work. Well, I do a lot of scratch work, and I do a lot of beat juggling and stuff, especially when I'm playing drum and bass, and yeah, I need a crossfader, or the CDJs are messed up or something like that. They'll have these, huge $10,000, Pioneer systems, and half of it doesn't work. And I walk in with a backpack, plug this into their mixer, and I can throw down a killer set, where I can bring the combination of this and set up on a little side, table somewhere and be off and running. So I love this little unit. It has saved me many a times. The iPad, I run Traktor DJ, Novation Launchpad. I run GarageBand for iOS a lot. I do a lot of production. I'll do a lot of start work using GarageBand on iOS. We'll talk a lot about that in future videos. But essentially, this is just kind of a brief overview of what I use in the studio and what you'll be seeing. So I just wanted to kind of demystify what I have going on. So again, this is the Numark PT01 scratch. This setup is by itself 130 bucks. This mixer is 199. This mixer is 199, and then the iPad was like 400, something like that. I have links in the description for Amazon for all of this stuff, so you can go and check it out there. Oh, and just in case anybody asks, the headphones of choice for me are Sennheisers. I love the HD280s. They're awesome. So, yeah. Welcome to the studio. I'm going to be doing another, little showdown of my set up for when I go out. My other little Numark PT01 that I have slightly customized. So we'll be going over that soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. And always listen logically. Peace.